my wasabis, this is Jirbie from Couchwasabi. So for today's video, I have a lot of things going on right now actually. So I have this Brazil Mogiana beans from Community Coffee. I got this probably for a week now or close to 2 weeks now, and I've honestly tried a few cups before I filmed this video. And today I will also be sharing with you how to use the LilyDrip. So if this is something that you'd like to see, then please keep watching. Alright, so it's been a hot minute since I last filmed a video, simply because I took a short resting time from YouTube. Also, I wanted to finish the Sensory Spark class that I've enrolled for last week. So last week, I was actually in a coffee tasting class. It was under Raul de Peralta's guidance. And actually, here's the student's kit. And we were tasked to taste 6 coffees. And we were guided on how to interpret the taste notes according to the Centone criteria. So we were able to do that. I was able to experience that. And I realized that I shouldn't be making videos until I've completed that class. So it's better for me to articulate all the flavors that I will be tasting so that I would be able to share with you more of what's inside each bean bag. So there, I finished that last week. I took a short break just to give myself some rest before diving back into shooting or filming other coffee review. I'm sure you guys have been waiting for this. Also, last week, I was able to get my hands on the LilyDrip, and this was said to bring the best out of your every brew or something like that. So it's a nifty little gadget that lets you hit the sweet spot, if there is such a thing. So it lets you extract the sweetest notes of your coffee. There's an explanation for it, and I think it makes sense for coffee enthusiasts. That's why it's selling really, really well. But as a lay user, it's hard for me to, I guess, say if this really works, because to be honest, I know that I need a lot of fine-tuning still with my brewing method, probably with how I do things and stuff like that. So it's still a long way for me. So here's how the LilyDrip looks like. It's actually a ceramic piece of attachment that you can put in your V60. And since this is a ceramic, it is fragile. It can break. So I have this so that I just put it here, and I make sure that nothing's gonna break while I'm busy doing other things. I have pre-weighed 15 grams of coffee. This is from Community Coffee's Brazil Mogiana, and this is medium roast. And let's just put it in here. Okay. And do this. It's been a while since I've last did this. Perhaps 2 weeks already. So I am trying to grind this, but in the meantime, I will also be using filtered water from now on, because filtered water is what we've used during the class, and I was told that distilled water is not really recommended for use. So I got this Brita water, and I will be boiling some of it for today's brew. So while we're doing that, let's proceed with the grind. And we will be using the LilyDrip. So I will also be sharing with you how to prepare your LilyDrip. There you go. I think wala na. Let's check. Yep. It's done. I'll just give final touches. And then let's prepare our V60. So I'll just put this aside. Here's my reverse dripper. I haven't really compared this versus the inside part of it, but we'll do that soon. So today I'm using, as usual, I'm using my Hario V60 non-bleached filter. And with this, Okay. So here's how you do with your LilyDrip. You put it there. Just put it down there. And use that as a tool. And then invert it like that. And this is the fastest way that I can do it. Although ideally, dapat yung dikit na yan nasa labas. So I'm not sure how you can achieve that without the separate tool that they sell. Pero, I don't have time to buy the separate tool. So this is how I do it. And then you just attach this right in your V6. So it should look like this. And you can go ahead and pre-wet everything. And there you go. You pre-wet the filter, you pre-wet the LilyDrip, and make sure that it's snug right there. And then just throw away that water. And it's time for us to proceed with our brew. Let me just transfer the water to my gooseneck. Perfect. And it's time to drop in our beans. So I'll just put this here. Make sure that you weigh everything out. Okay, I've also discovered this new app. This is from Brew Timer. And here's how it looks like. So I can just select in Hario V60. I can just choose like any recipe here. I can see Origins V60, 15 grams, because I'm using 15 grams. So here's the guiding thing. All right, so here's how we will do it. So I'll put in the beans. This is 15 grams. So that's 15 exactly. Nothing was lost. Make sure to level your coffee, give it a little shake. And then let's start with the bloom. So 30 seconds yung bloom. Time starts, 50 ml. It's blooming. And then another 50 ml for 7 seconds. Oh, that's hot. Okay, and then wait for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's pour again for another 30 seconds, 150 ml. So let's start. Okay. And that's the final pour. Okay, so it says here 250 ml, medium. I think I've done medium to medium course. I did the medium, right? Yeah, I did the medium. Okay, so while that is finished, let's just put this here. Okay, and take a whiff. In the sensory class, we were tasked to smell the coffee while we are brewing, smell the coffee at its dry state. So at its dry state, I can sense like notes of sour fruit. But then again, there's also like a bit of nuttiness to it. I haven't seen the flavor notes for Brazil Mogiana. I'll be researching it after I film this video, and I'll be putting it here so we can just compare if like my sensory class really worked well for me. So I can also like refer to these scent tone tubes that we were given during class. So right off the bat, I can't sense any sweetness into it. I can sense something that's bold, something that's sour, perhaps cacao, perhaps maybe a little spice, I'm not so sure, maybe a little nutty. So I will be working with these scents in guiding me on the flavor notes of Brazil Mogiana. So let me just take a whiff. And again, we used Origin's V60 brewing method. So right now, I'm actually taking all these steps to make sure that I get the brewing method right and before I actually take a sip. Okay, so I can sense that there's nutty feeling into it and a little bit of that cacao. It's very bold, very strong, very full-bodied, I can say. And somehow there's an earthiness into it. It doesn't really coat your tongue. It does taste like soy sauce. Like during our class, there were coffee na parang tasted like toyo. So this is one of them. But it tastes very much of your regular coffee. So let me just show you the grind size that I used for this brew. You can say that this is a little medium to coarse, perhaps pwede siya pang French press. So, ayan. And guiding by these scent tone profiles, I would say it will just play around here sa cacao, nutty, and spicy? Perhaps walang spicy, but cacao and nutty, I can definitely taste it. It's full-bodied, no sweetness into it, a little sour I can taste. And it's one refreshing cup of coffee. It doesn't really coat your tongue, hindi siya nakakaumay. It's a good, I guess, coffee to start your day. Can also be good after a meal. So that's the coffee profile that I can capture with this cup. So not sure if I got that right, so later. So I will be posting again the flavor profile here according to my research, but I haven't seen the flavor profile of this. And if I get that right, it means that I did well for my Sensory Spark program. If you guys are interested to also join the Sensory Spark class of Raul de Peralta, he's like a coffee champion in 2009, and he is a home roaster. He competes representing the Philippines to other countries. Such a good class. I really enjoyed, and I think I learned a lot, and I think he did well in guiding all of us newbies in how to articulate like the flavors and really try to capture and explain and put the flavor and the aroma in words. So I hope I was able to gain knowledge from it para sulit naman yung binayad ko. So yeah, I guess that's all that I can say. By the way, if you're interested to get your hands on community coffee, I'll link their Facebook page down below. They have really amazing selection of premium imported single origin beans that you can try. And it's very, very affordable. It's one of the best prices I've seen. And there you go. Anyway guys, I guess that's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's review. And if you have any other coffee questions, suggestions that you'd want me to review, perhaps the golden ticket, because I know everybody wants to get to know that blend of coffee from Yardstick. Probably I'll get my hands on that soon. So if you have any other questions, don't forget to shoot them down through the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. And until our next video, bye!